A quiet suburban street at dusk. The sky is painted in deep hues of orange and purple as streetlights flicker on. A sleek black sedan glides smoothly down the road, the hum of its engine barely audible. Inside, Dr. Maya Carter, a poised black woman in her late 30s, dressed in an elegant yet professional suit, is on a hands-free call. Her voice is measured, confident. Subscribe and follow, this story is about to take a turn you won't see coming. Yes, tell the senator I'll have the report finalized by tomorrow morning. We need to be ahead of this before the media catches wind. The faint glow of red and blue lights flashes behind her. A sigh escapes her lips as she signals and pulls over. A patrol car stops. The door swings open, and Officer Bradley Knox, a burly, middle-aged cop with a hardened expression, steps out. His posture is rigid, exuding authority. He adjusts his belt, resting a hand near his holster, before striding toward the driver's side. The window rolls down, revealing Maya's polite but neutral expression. "Good evening, officer. Is there a problem?" Knox's eyes scan her face, then flick to the interior of the car as if searching for something. His tone is clipped, laced with thinly veiled hostility. "License and registration." Maya keeps her expression calm, reaching into her glove compartment and handing over the requested documents. Knox barely glances at them before narrowing his eyes. "This your vehicle?" "Yes, it is," she replies evenly. A long pause. Knox tilts his head. "Step out of the car." Maya doesn't move immediately. "May I ask why, officer?" "Step out. Now." A sharpness in his tone, a demand that brooks no argument. Maya sighs, unbuckling her seatbelt and stepping onto the pavement, the cool evening air brushing against her skin. She stands tall, unshaken. Knox walks around her car, peering inside. "Where are you coming from?" "From work." "And where's that?" "I don't see how that's relevant, officer." "Have I committed a traffic violation?" Knox's jaw tightens. "You got ID on you?" "I just handed you my license." Knox scoffs, glancing at it again before shaking his head. "This doesn't look right." "You got a passport?" "Immigration papers?" Maya's eyebrows lift slightly, but she remains composed. "Excuse me?" "You heard me," Knox says, stepping closer, his hand twitching near his holster. "Are you a U.S. citizen?" A slow exhale. The street is quiet, but a few houses away, a curtain shifts. Someone is watching. "I'd like to record this interaction." Knox smirks. "Go ahead. Won't change a damn thing." Maya reaches for her phone, tapping the screen. "This is Dr. Maya Carter. I am currently being detained without cause by Officer," a glance at his badge, Bradley Knox. Knox's smirk fades slightly. I need you to cooperate." "I have." "You, on the other hand, have racially profiled me, demanded immigration documents from a U.S. citizen, and are now unlawfully detaining me." Knox's expression hardens. "We'll see about that." He grabs his radio. "Dispatch, I need an ICE unit to my location. Possible undocumented." A soft chuckle. A shake of the head. "Oh, you just made the biggest mistake of your career." Black screen. "Subscribe and follow, this is just getting started." Subscribe and follow, things are about to get intense. Knox grips his radio, repeating the call for ICE, but his voice wavers slightly. Maya watches, unimpressed. "Officer Knox, before you embarrass yourself further, I suggest you run my name properly." Knox scoffs but hesitates. He types into his onboard computer. A few seconds pass. His face tightens. Another few seconds. His jaw clenches. Maya tilts her head. "Something wrong?" Knox doesn't answer. His eyes dart to the screened Department of Justice, National Security Advisor. Clearance level, top secret. A bead of sweat forms at his temple. He swallows hard. Maya folds her arms. Go ahead. Call ICE. See what happens next. The street is silent. A few more neighbors have gathered at their windows, watching. The tension thickens. Knox's radio crackles. Unit 47, cancel that request. Subject is, confirmed U.S. citizen. Silence. Knox forces a tight-lipped smile, stepping back. Must have been a mix-up. Maya chuckles, shaking her head. No, officer. This was a very deliberate mistake. She steps forward, lowering her voice so only he can hear. By the way, I have friends at Internal Affairs. And the Attorney General's office. Expect a call soon. Knox's face drains of color. Maya steps back into her car, starts the engine, and rolls down the window one last time. Oh, and Officer Knox. He barely meets her eyes. She smirks. Smile for the camera. Black screen. Subscribe and follow, justice is coming. Knox stands frozen, his face pale, his hands clenched at his sides. Maya watches him for a beat, then shakes her head and pulls away, leaving him standing in the glow of his squad car's flashing lights. Inside her car, she dials a number. 1 ring. 2. Then a calm, authoritative voice answers. Madam Advisor. We have a problem, Maya says, eyes on the road. Officer Bradley Knox, badge number 46721. He racially profiled me, attempted an unlawful detainment, and tried to have me deported. A pause. Then, understood. Consider it handled. Maya exhales. Make sure it is. She ends the call, the weight of the moment settling in. This isn't just about her, it never was. The next morning, headlines explode across the media. DOJ official detained by police officer under investigation. Knox's face is plastered across the news, his record under scrutiny. Reports surface of prior misconduct, excessive force complaints, and racial bias allegations. The police department scrambles for damage control, but the pressure is unrelenting. By midday, Knox is placed on administrative leave. By evening, Internal Affairs opens a full investigation. Maya watches from her office, sipping her coffee as the news rolls in. Her phone buzzes, a message from the Attorney General. This is bigger than one cop. Let's talk. Maya smiles. This is just the beginning. 3 weeks later, the fallout is unstoppable. Officer Bradley Knox resigns under pressure before the official investigation can fire him. His pension is revoked. Civil rights groups file lawsuits against the department. The mayor holds a press conference, promising reform, but the damage is already done. Maya sits in a high-level meeting at the Department of Justice, listening as officials discuss the case. The Attorney General turns to her. This isn't just about Knox, he says. We have reports of racial profiling across multiple precincts. Systemic abuse. We need a task force. Maya nods. Then let's build one. By the end of the month, a federal oversight initiative is launched, targeting corrupt police practices. Multiple officers across the state are suspended or fired. New training programs are enforced. Policies change. One night, as Maya leaves the DOJ building, her phone buzzes a blocked number. She hesitates, then answers. A familiar voice, bitter, low. Knox. You ruined my life, he spits. Maya is silent for a moment, then exhales. No, officer. You did that all on your own. She ends the call, steps into her car, and drives off into the night. Justice isn't just about one battle. It's about changing the system. And she's just getting started. A year later, the reforms are in full swing. The Federal Oversight Task Force has dismantled corrupt precincts, exposed cover-ups, and forced resignations at the highest levels. Police departments across the country are being forced to change. Some fight back. Others adapt. The system is shifting, but the work is far from over. Maya stands before a packed auditorium, delivering a keynote speech at a national justice summit. Cameras flash. News outlets broadcast her words live. We didn't just hold one officer accountable. We held an entire system accountable. And we're not stopping here. Applause erupts, but Maya knows the fight continues. For every victory, new challenges arise. New laws to push. New corruption to expose. As she steps off the stage, her phone buzzes another case, another officer caught abusing his power. Another battle to fight. She smiles. This is the work. Subscribe and follow, because this fight isn't over.